I'd like to start by saying legislators cannot oversight this government because they themselves are not a good example. In fact, they enable budgeted corruption in the finance bill so that they can benefit themselves.
Let's talk about the Finance Bill 2025. The analysis of this finance bill is very top-notch. You understand?
At number 1 yenye ita affect kila mtu ni VAT. VAT imepanda from 16% to 18% on all goods. Kwa hivyo inamaanisha hadi zile products zenye zilikuwa zero rated kama maziwa, bread, maize flour, wheat flour, all the flours zenye zilikuwa zero rated hazikuwa zinakuwa taxed. Saa hii zitakuwa zinataxiwa 18%. That means kama unanunua maziwa ama bread at 65 shillings from July 2025 utakuwa unanunua the same product at 75 shillings. If you own land, you're going to be paying 10% of the value of that land as taxed. Haijalishi kama uko na freehold ama ni leasehold. Any land in Kenya, kama uko na shamba Kenya, utakuwa unailipia 10%. Wakulima, poleni kwa sababu mtakuwa mnalipa 5% tax on your product. So kama unauza coffee, avocado, tea leaves, any agriculture product, mahindi, utakuwa unalipa 5% of Kenya umevuna.
No one can stop it. And like I told you before, one problem with Kenya is like when since the independence we have had like 5 presidents. You see, the first president, he cared about lands, farms and grabbing. The second president, he cared about our milk. He gave us milk but said no, you guys, you don't need education. Then we have a third president, and this is the person who brought the problems we are having at the moment. You understand?
Hatuwezi kaa kwa ile inchi ambayo tunaona mambo zinaenda sangebneke alafu tukande tunangoja ati mambo itengenezwe pale alafu
2.39 billion renovation ku repair state house, and unfortunately enough hiyo repair imekuwa happen every fiscal year.
So at the moment, this president Mike back, he came and said no, we need free primary education. We need free primary education, you understand? Then he made everything free. Now the Gen Z people who we have at the moment, now these people they received free primary education, and they're kind of people who you cannot lie to.
Will you first go to the priority of vaccines ama utaenda kwa priority of state house?
From 2022 coming to 2025, nini amefanyia vijana? Hakuna. Ametuua, ametuabduct, ametusi, ametutenga bure kabisa.
Unajua rais ametuambia kwamba ameachilia wale vijana ambaye aliabduct. So the president ameadmit ya kwamba yeye ndiye aliabduct vijana.
Because the finance bill 2024 you saw, and many people died. Those who became famous through it and those who brought the power, you've seen. But today is another Gen Z who has no blood. Who has no blood. This one is the most powerful. You cannot stop her. You understand?
Tell me why, sir, you MPs have already passed 600 million to the KRA to change their system to be able to access our M-Pesa and our bank transactions already. You did that yesterday. In fact, on 2nd June, that is what they were doing in Parliament. Tell me why Kimani Ichung'wah stands in front of us and says that bills are passed that we have already refused through public participation, and they are passed and there is nothing we can do about it.
And I like how she articulates things. And one thing, if you compare the Gen Zs of Kenya, of Tanzania and Uganda, you understand that these ones, they really understand, one, the constitution. Because if you walk along the street, you ask someone, they know their rights, you understand? And they cannot be harassed the same way these people are being harassed, you understand? You cannot harass them. only if you abduct them. 1, 2, only if you kill them. 3, if you deny them Wi-Fi.
Tell me why Kuzurura Bila Break is going around giving out and dishing out money, yet the radiotherapy machine in Kenyatta National Hospital is not working. Tell me why Kindiki is going around dishing money in Mount Kenya, 50 million plus in a month, yet you are reducing expenditure in essential services like CBC, like school feeding program, like Kutoa Linda Mama. Tell me exactly why these people are in place. And if at all you had very good intentions, sir, you would be the first person to put an impeachment motion to take this government home. That is a challenge to you.
4, you know. But this one is something top-notch. You understand? We've been having so many problems in our governments, in our leadership in this Kenya because of politicians. And our people who came before us, our grandfathers, our fathers, our uncles, those people, they never cared about what's going on in the government. They vote, they come back home and sit and start waiting. Like the things you see going on in our nation, it's because of the leadership we have. Who makes policies? Are the members of parliament. If a parliament is not well structured, no one can question this. Why is this going on? Why is this and this is so?
Is like something else. Why do you want to play with the minds of Kenyans? Why do you introduce the tax on transportation of sugarcane? Why do you introduce taxation on 16% on bread? You want to attract the emotion of the Kenyans and you retreat, but then you have another agenda on that. That's why, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to ask this House that now we cancel all this bill, we go back to the budget, we start now from there, we cut off, and then we start from the scratch. But this matter of bringing another new finance bill when the Kenyans are still struggling with the previous finance bill is like we members of parliament, we are doomed. We are doomed. Members of parliament, we are doomed. I'm telling you, we are doomed. Watu wa Kenya kwanza mmenisikia?
No one is ready to question that. Why? Because the same MPs, they are being bribed to pass bills that only favors the president. You understand? And you get to understand that the aim of any government, any new government, is to collect more money. You understand? We collect more money. That's not bad. But they collect more money. They borrow more money, and this money is end up in other people's pockets.
We cannot trust the MPs anymore.
Vijana waendelee kusoma. Tuisome until the last minute. Hatutaki ile siku tutasema hii ni mbaya, waanze kutupiga risasi tena.
Sema kama ni mahospitali, hakuna dawa, doctors are underpaid, interns hawajakuwa posted. I think our priorities are lopsided.
Hiyo mambo za CDF bado kwa hiyo finance bill, then ina make it unconstitutional.
I really wonder why the government are not considering those tenders even to the youths. And yet, bado tutasoma tuone kama those youths will be given those tenders. Tuko macho sana.
Like, mafamilia zao wanatudharau sababu wanatumia pesa zetu. Sisi we give out taxes. We pay taxes for them to use it in one way or the other. And this lady here is so fearless. The fearless lady.
Legislators cannot oversight this government because they themselves are not a good example. In fact, they enable budgeted corruption in the finance bill so that they can benefit themselves. Tell me why, sir, you MPs have already passed 600 million to the KRA to change their system to be able to access our M-Pesa and our bank transactions already. You did that yesterday. In fact, on 2nd June, that is what they were doing in Parliament. Tell me why
these young Kenyans, they're so well informed. And now, we even have something called AI, artificial intelligence. They know how to use this. Our old geese, they don't understand this. They make things. They think that we will not understand, we will not interpret. Just key in. Just go to AI and put all the details of the finance bill 2025. It will be in details, explained, well explained. So the other day, another lady was arrested because she created a website that analyzes all the finance bill 2025 in details. Even the person who didn't go to school, or the person who left school at a lower level, will understand everything. And the best thing, they're doing it in English, they're doing it in Swahili, they're even making videos. So it's easier for someone to understand the video because everything is well written and well elaborated.
That money of renovation, State House will be renovated in 2027 na rais mgeni wa Kenya. Huyu aishi hivyo.
Hiyo tunakataa. Tunasema watu kuwa prepared kuambia KRA hakuna ku access personal data na trade secrets za businesses zetu.
And I really appreciate the effort of Kenyans. They're trying to educate their fellows on things that really matters a lot. But to my surprise, I'm not surprised because they have made mistakes before. Young people have made mistakes before, and they are seeing the mistakes. One, following their the political leader. Like if you come to Luo Nyanza, if you talk bad about Raila Odinga, then you are gone. Now these people are just the voting machines. You understand? I don't even understand why we should be crying for such kind of decisions we make, we as the youths, because they now understand that they need change. The change doesn't come when the president or when the party is when the leader is the wrong one. Because you make bad decisions, we suffer for the next 5 years. Imagine losing billions of money that you don't know where it has gone to. Every time you just realize, okay, the president went out, he brought a lot of money. He went to borrow loan, building SGR, standard gauge railway, connecting this and this. And how much have they used? Billions and billions of money. Things that the Tanzanian president Magufuli built using taxpayers' money, tax, without even borrowing from outside. But the system has changed, you understand? We just need one person to streamline everything. But the politics is too much that you cannot even breathe about this. So, following this, what this lady is saying here.
Shoma stands in front of us and says that bills are passed that we have already refused to public participation, and they are passed and there is nothing we can do about it. Tell me why Kuzurura Bila Break is going around giving out and dishing out money, yet the radiotherapy machine in Kenyatta National Hospital is not working. Tell me why Kindiki is going around dishing money in Mount Kenya, 50 million plus in a month, yet you are reducing expenditure in essential services.
I think the biggest problem we have with this government is it's corruption. Like they don't like smart people. They don't like smart people. And the Gen Z, they're smart. They only don't have that chance because these people grabbed the power from them. Now they're being used as voting machines. If the smart people don't want to get into politics, then we're still having these problems. You understand? Someone dishing out money somewhere, and they don't have things going on good. Teachers are on strike, doctors are on strike. Like if you come to Siaya County, specifically the governor James Orengo, the guy is going out, dishing out bursaries, you understand? Bursary is something that you write a check and you send it by mail or you take it to bank. But this guy, he walks around, he spent almost 2 million giving out giving out the same 2 million. So if you just combine the 2 million you are going to use to walk around and whatever, why do you have to why do you have to show up if you are not needed? So that's the biggest problem. But I don't blame these people, because we have a president who cannot articulate issues. First of all, the people who are surrounding the president are not the good people. People in the ground are not the good people. People are not honest with themselves. You understand? If you are really honest with yourself, the person at the leadership will change. They come, you give them money. People need money. Even if you call people for a meeting, agricultural show meeting, they expect you to give them money. Like you expect to have sitting allowance. They have to bribe you so that you be there. Even for you to get a job at the TSC or the government job. Recently, I had a friend. She's a teacher, ECD. She got a job. They told her for you to get this, that old man told this young lady that you have to sleep with me, or bring 300,000. So how do you expect that person to live mentally fit in a society? I was really perplexed. And now, the Gen Z of this generation, they have just stopped doing nonsense. When people are in a traffic, a leader is coming. A leader should lead with an example. That's why I love lifestyle in other countries. People are going on the road. You have to obey the traffic rules. You cannot just cross or just go against the traffic because you are a leader.
No.
He tried it.
They have to show you discipline. Standing for yourself. This is really something interesting. And I don't know. Maybe people should just stop collecting bribes or this money from the politicians. You come, the money you want to give us, construct a small dam here, or build us a gym in this particular area. Don't give us money, just come and construct a gym. One day, if you get the seat, come and construct more. If you don't get the seat, we have something that we'll remember you with. Because you want to give us money. Yeah, people are so angry. But how is that going to benefit us in long term? We don't have long-term strategies. We have just short-term, where let me just buy a packet of unga and eat it, then my problem is solved for that day. So the Gen Zs, they have really decided, yani kila mtu ameamua, we are not going back. No going back. So I really like this lady, how she articulated issues and how these people are trying to stand. But the problem is, whenever they're trying to fight for this, they're trying to enlighten the society. They're being eliminated, or they're being abducted, threatened, then sent to exile. That's really bad. I really felt it. But this is not the only Kenyan problem, because the Gen Zs have come out and they really know what it's a must. It's another way for these politicians to come back with another strategy, because you cannot fool people. The same people, you fool them several times. You fool them once, they give another chance, you fool them, they eliminate you, but through votes. And that's why each and every person should come out and read. That's why education in Kenya should be free. Education in Kenya should be free, and it should be given at any point. Not only normally, we must have civic education, all forms of education. That's why things has to change. Education has to be free. Everyone has to go to school. We should create jobs. When people are mentally independent, then that creates more stability than when it's mentally dependent on people to reason for us. So I think that's all about this video, and thanks for watching. It's always Lovey Talks, and see you in my next video.